Hey, my sister. I wanted to make you the ultimate card making kit so you can do it anytime and anywhere and make it easy for you to do it. So this is what I'm going to gift you. First is the ARTBIN box. It's 10.5 square and I think 4 inches deep. You can pick it up and carry it, or you can slide it under the couch or stick it in a corner. Now, I'll show you how to use everything as I go along. You got your glue runner, a water brush, that's just a mechanical pencil, a permanent ink that doesn't smudge, and then a yellow and a brown marker. And I'll tell you about them as we go along. I'll explain what's in here. So in this kit are my favorite baby wipes. They're actually Members Mark extra large adult washcloths. They last forever. You can wash them and use them again. Just pull them out of the package. They're ready to use. So let's start. I wanted to give you the ultimate card making kit, so I'm going to start with this. This is just paper folded with stuff glued in it. Here's a little pocket. This is the template for you to be able to make pockets when you make your own. And you can bind it either with a rubber band, or I gave you what I like, a hair tie. I found these at Family Dollar. They're satiny. They don't rough up the paper. And there you go. Now I'm going to show you how to glue stuff in here. And remember this? Preston is saying, I can't even. So there you go. Now I'm giving you a paper pad so you can fold it and make your own, or you can fold it and make your own cards. And I'm using this to see that I keep stuff in frame as I record this. Okay, here's giving you a piece of acetate. This is mine. So you just pick your glue stick, which is in the box, rub it all over whatever you want to glue in your journal. I'll put the butterfly right here. And then to make it really stick, you can put it on your finger like that, so that there's no rough edges. So that's in there permanently. So there's your journal. Here's your paper for you to fold and make your own. And I put you some more rubber bands in here. Elastic ties if you want them. There's little doodads on them. These are actually bracelets from the Dollar Tree, and rubber bands. And I'm just going to put them all around this one so that when you open it up, it'll be there. Now I have found if you print pictures out on just plain copy paper, they go in here a lot better. That's all that is, just cheap copy paper. All right, in the box, we do the A2 format. A2 format just means you take 8.5 by 11 copy paper, or any kind of paper, fold it once, and fold it again, and there's your A2 card. Everything in this box fits the A2 format. Okay, so in this box, I'm giving you a palette. This is one of my favorite palettes. Just take any cereal box. This is a Little Bites box. Open it up and cut it. That way, when you open it out, you have a surface to work on. And it's pretty. Okay, there's your acetate sheet that's going in the box. We'll use this in a minute. I'll show you how. Going to put your glue stick in the box. Also in here is a little water bottle. I'll explain to you in just a minute why this is in here. It's empty right now. You'll need to put water in it. When you make A2 cards, sometimes you need to cut paper to fit on the front of the card. So there's your template for that. So that's going in the box. Also, I put extra paper, scrap paper in there. You can use it for borders. You can use it to put behind stuff. So anyway, your scraps, you can do whatever you want to with them in the box. Now, you know how I love to emboss stuff, and that's pretty on its own. But this is where the sponge comes in. Now I'm giving you a watercolor palette that I love to use. I was running low on the gold, so I'm gifting you this. Even though it's used, it's still really good. I'm giving you a new water brush, but I'll show you how to use my old one. Let's say we want this to be kind of blue. I'm going to squeeze it. A little bit of water comes out. See how it's getting really wet? Then I'm going to put it just right here on the sponge. This sponge can be reused over and over and over again. It'll last you for years, actually. Then, just rub it until you want the color. Now, I'm guilty of doing this. Go right into the palette, pick up the color, and rub it in. This is where the spray bottle comes in. See how that color is streaky? Just spray your paper like that. Pick up some more color. I'm going to add that blue next to it. So you can finish it however you want to, but look at the difference now. How you can put something over it. So we're putting the embossed. This will be pretty done in greens or yellows. So I'm putting these in here. I actually did this one last night and it's dried. I used a red and orange. And I wanted to show you how you can use your scraps to make little accents. So there's that, that, and that. You can glue it either with your glue runner or your glue stick. See what a difference that makes? So that's going in the box. I'll show you how to do this in just a minute. First image. This is how we use watercolor. Sky's going to be blue, so go over here. Squirt a little bit of water in the well, pick it up on the brush, and then just do that. And with watercolor, a little bit of color looks pretty. I would leave it just like that. We want the roof of the barn to be black. Go here. With watercolor, you can go over it as many times as you want to get the level, but you see that. Then we want the barn to be brown. Now this is where the acetate sheet comes in. I use it as a palette, or you have a palette right here. Mixing palette. Squirt a little bit of water in there. Pick up some browns. And put it here on the barn. Okay. The roof above it is black, so we do that. Now see the trees, we want them to be dark green, so come over here and pick up some green. You notice I've not even cleaned the brush off. And you do that. Then I'll wet the paper, pick up the black. Barn needs ground to sit on. There you go. Now if you want grass in front of the barn, go green here. Just paint it in. That grass needs to be brighter. But you get the idea. Now I've still not cleaned my brush. I want these trees to be a little bit greener. There you go. So that's going in the box for you to finish. Take a picture. I can't wait to see that. Now I'm going to clean my brush. This is where the baby wipe comes in. Squirt one time and wiggle the bristles until they come clean. It's easy as that. This image right here I stamped with permanent ink so you can tell I'm rubbing across it and it's not moving. So to finish this image, you can do blue sky, you can do orange, you could do a sunset. Just wet it, pick up color, drop it in however you want it. You can make these mountains darker. The trees can be greener. It's up to you. I have sentiments, a lot of sentiments for you to put on the card. Now this one needs black behind it because it's cut small. This one I've already finished. You can see what I did. Now in your Altoids tin, there are sparkles and there are suns for you to put here. You can actually stamp those or rub them with dark watercolor, make them darker. I'll leave that open. So this is how you finish off this card. Okay, this is a fun one. All these images are stamped with permanent ink, so you can't move them. Put all the water you want to on them and you can't move them. So this needs a vivid, bright background. I'm going to go here, pick up some oranges, yellows, and rub it through. I saw one card and it was done with the orange down here and there. The giraffe needs ground to stand on, so pick up black and give him a place to stand. There you go. You can finish that one. Take a picture. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Okay, this is so much fun. Judy gave me this stamp. Now, it's a lot of detail, but by taking your time, picking up bright colors and dropping them in here, that's exactly how I did that with this palette and this brush. Now, that's why I put the bright color in here. I did make some bright spots with the Sharpie. That's why I'm putting the Sharpie in here for use. I thought it looked so pretty against this paper, and it's ready to put on a card like this, because this is cut for the A2 card topper. So right there is your finished card. Okay, I love this. These are small cards that I buy at Dollar General, and they always say, like, with thanks, thank you, whatever, but put a black mat behind it and put this little fella in front of it, and it makes such a beautiful card. I'll show you one that I've done. Also, I have something to go inside. Let's see. Let me keep this out for just a minute. Keep this one out. See that? How pretty. There's one done. Okay. So here's where I picked up the colors. A lot of that gold right there. Always leave their face last so that you don't darken everything. And then I put a little pink on his cheeks, and I put a little pink down here for his feet. I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. I have a sentiment in here that says you cannot be sad when you're holding a cupcake. So you'll find that in the box somewhere. So there are two little fellas for you to work on. Then this one says, love you. He's holding a butterfly instead of a cupcake. And I have a little sentiment to go in here. You'll find it in the box. So that one is for you to work on. I would make the butterfly orange and yellow. Maybe that red to make it show up. So pretty. Again, these cards come from Dollar General. A pack of 8, I think, for $1. I love this. This is a Laurel Birch, I think is her name. These, I saved these borders because I cut it. I fussy cut it under here so that when you put the border there and open the card up, that's what you get. I also have some sentiments to go across the top. So let me show you how you get the bright colors right there. I started with some red. The best way to do it is put your finger here and use it to guide and just go around like that. Always leave a white space in the middle. Then another shade. Finger down to steady you. Mine's not very steady, but you get the idea. These are a lot of fun. The leaves, be sure you do 2 colors of green. This is all the greens right here. They're on that row. So you'll find the right ones. I can't wait to see how you do that one too. All right, this is the easiest flower I know. Let me show you how I do it. Any bright red. I start out with a light red first. You notice I went orange there, but I'm going to do it light red. This is not watercolor paper, and you can tell the difference, but it'll be pretty. See there, I need to erase that. Nope, not erasing it. Let's try it again. Oh, it's not watercolor paper. All right, we'll call that a shadow right there. Okay, this is the most fun part. Make a puddle right here, pick up that green that we've already done, and I have found that this purple right here looks good with the green. You can tell why I need a new palette. All right, so you see that streak right there? That's about wet enough. In your Altoid tin over here, you'll find a credit card that's cut like that. So to make that grass right there, take your credit card, rub it around and pick up some color, and then just take it and do that. Lay it down and go up. By the way, this is the good one. It's on watercolor paper, so that goes in the box. This one's kind of messy, but I just wanted to give you the right idea of how I made these right here. Take your dark color. Now this is not watercolor paper, so it's not going to be perfect. It's not perfect. There you go. Just do some dark grasses up through there. Touch it and lift it up as you swipe it up. Okay. That's going in your box for you to finish. The red is right there. 2 up from the bottom. One other way that you can fake it. See the spots right there? Let me just pick up, that's dark. I'll pick up some brown right here. Make a little puddle. You can tell how deep the color is going to be by rubbing your brush up and down on the palette. If you can see through it, it's weak. Okay, so then, it's kind of juicy. Take it and flick it onto the paper like that. Now, if you add some gold in that, that'd be really pretty highlights. So this is going in your box for you to finish. Remember the sponge? You can make stripes just by taking your sponge, picking up a color, laying it down, taking it down the page. I'm going to put this in here for you to see. This is created by making a puddle of paint. That is the strongest red. Right. I'm going to pick it up with that blue and see what happens. See how that's a real sea sponge. Okay, that works. So just pounce it up and down until you get the right level you want on it. That's going in your box. That'll be pretty. This. Remember the tree silhouette that I sent as a postcard? That's permanent dye. So you can actually, let's do a bright red sunset. Just take it like that. You know what? I don't like this paper. It's too thin, but I'm going to put it in here for you because it's actually embossed. And it shows you how you can mistreat paper and still do something with it. You can rub the glue stick on the back, all the back, to stick it down. I don't like it, but I want you to see that embossing. It's actually love is patient, love is kind. Now, if you're going to mount it on a card, you could actually use that on the sides as a border. Here's another tree stamped on watercolor paper that you can do a better job on it than I did. I like to start out light on this one and go dark. It's already got some purpley red in it. Let's just stick with that. Now, as you do the card, that's that red right there, then you can change your reds, pull them out from the center, and give it some depth like that. I would make the center dark or either the bright yellow. So that's for you to do. This is another favorite stamp of mine, the iris. Let's clean this tray, clean the brush. Let's try the blue. It's going to be purple. That's okay. With the iris, do the edges light, then darker in the center. I'm going to dip right in and put almost a straight paint on here because this iris right here is made for a lot of shadows, but you get the idea. And then as you build it, you can fill back in. See how you can have purple, red, and yellow on this palette. Give it a glow like that, and then put your purple around it. So that's for you to do. I already cut a black mat to go behind it. I think we're done with the images. Here are the inside sentiments. These that are shortcut go with the little teddy bears. I love you more. You are my happy. You can't be sad when you're holding a cupcake. So that's where that comes in. Now, these right here are stamped with the little cupcake right here. So all it takes is just a light application of color. I'm leaving the heart white so I can outline it in something. You'll need a brown bottom to sit on. Okay. And since it's inside the card, you really don't have to be fussy about it. And then just take whatever color is left in your tray and mix it together and make a shadow right there. So all these are going in your box. There's God bless you, sending happy thoughts, sympathy cards are in here, and some are oriented that way. Portrait and landscape. So these are going in your box. Here's a pack of A2 cards, 10 of them. That's what you build to. I put a pink one in here. You may find something to go on there. These are the envelopes for when you fold and make your own cards. They're in the box. I forgot this important thing. Chapstick is in the box, or whatever you call this, Aquafina. If you want to seal an image, just rub this chapstick on it. This really works. Then buff it. I put some eye makeup removal pads. Buff it. Now you can seal anything this way. Anything on paper will seal with the chapstick stuff. And so we want to fill in the background here. But we don't want to harm the flowers. So we take Our water brush, which is almost empty, but that's okay. Pick up, put your dark colors down here toward the ground, and put your gold up here. Then blend them in the middle. So dark on the bottom, it needs to be darker. Dark on the bottom, blend it upward to yellow. So all you do now is take your acetate sheet and drop it here, move it around. So you've created a background for your florals. Now this works with anything, like behind the little teddy bears. You can seal them and make a background. This works for anything. I love that trick. So you have your acetate sheet. That's all you need. Now you wipe it off and you're ready to go again. Let me put this right here so I don't lose it. Okay, also in the box, by the way, let this dry before you fold it up on itself or they'll stick together, but this is so portable and so nice to have. Yeah, you get the bonus box. These are actually magnetic sheets, so if you have a picture or if you do something you really like, you just pull this sticky stuff back, and there you go. You got something to put on your refrigerator. 2 of those. Here are your sentiments. Let me clear the way. That's so pretty. To test colors on. That's why you see the smudges right here. So those are good testers. In the sentiments, I actually put a lot of card toppers that I've cut to fit already. So if you need a quick card, you can do something like that and put a sentiment in the middle. They're matching. They match. And okay, there are 2 foam sheets in here that for you to cut. Here they are. Sticky on one side, cut to fit. Remember, you just need little squares of them. And then to glue them to the card, use your glue runner on this side that doesn't have the stick on it. So, foam sheets going in the box. I printed you off, you can see. I didn't like this one because it was too small, but I just turned the paper over and use it. You can cut these to fit, put them on a black background so they'll show, and you'll have an instant card with these. So this is going in your sentiments. I have a lot of pre-cut sentiments in here. So what I do is just use my watercolor paper, stamp on it, and that way I have them ready to go when I need them. Now, like if you're making a birthday card or that cupcake card, you can put your sentiments on that red. Not red, that's pink. Anyway, I put your scraps in here. There's the red. For you to use behind stuff for an accent, there's plenty in there. Linda calls these her swoopy sentiments. There are a lot of swoopy sentiments in there. You've got sentiments enough to last for a long time. There's a sympathy. You'll find a bunch of swoopies in there. So anyway, I'm going to leave this for you to go through. I actually left some of them long, like a banner. You can stretch across a card like that, put the pink behind it. Now, this, Debbie owns the stamp. I only stamped it twice or 3 times, so I'm giving you all I stamped. You can tell it's pretty in pink. It's pretty in orange. There's another one for you to try. But anyway, if you need a quick birthday card, you could put that, this is going to go on an A2 card. You could do that and banner that across with a color behind it. So that's going in your box too. Now, I think that's it. I love you. I hope you have so much fun. And just remember, whatever you want to do, it's okay. And I cannot wait to see what you do. I love you. Bye-bye.